does that even mean, Bowers game?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another food review. Today I'm very excited to check out the new Quesalupa from Taco Bell. This is for one person. It'll take you about 5 minutes to eat, and it's going to clock in at about 440 calories. And the new Quesalupa is the new big thing from Taco Bell as they try to merge a quesadilla and a chalupa into one cohesive package. But does it work? Let's open it up and I'll tell you about it. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what's sitting inside of the new Quesalupa. So first and foremost, we're going to open this bad boy up and we're going to check it out. Now this thing is going to be clocking in around 440 calories. That is with the ground beef. But you can also get the option of adding chicken or steak. So the ground beef is $2.99. You get the chicken, it bumps it up 50 cents to $3.49. And the steak with the $3.99. Now I do want to mention before we get started, I have not tried the steak, but I have had the ground beef. And this is the chicken. Now, you'll notice first thing, it actually has a little cover right here, similar to how they do the Doritos Locos Taco. That is because the bottom apparently is prone to get very soggy. And I can feel this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is very soggy right here. There's not much crunch going on here. So let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. So right now we got our standard stuff going on here. We have our lettuce, we have our tomatoes, we have a little bit of cheese, going up a little bit light on the cheese game, but just sprinkled on there. We got the sour cream going on right here. We get the sour cream, and then of course we have our typical chicken. So it's very similar to what you're going to get inside of a typical taco. But where the Quesalupa is new and advanced and crazy is actually in the shell. Now it's not flaky. It feels a little bit like a pita, but when you open it up, let's take a look inside there, see if we can get a nice camera angle. Oh, that's a good shot. So we pull this apart and you can see there's actually cheese inside of here. There is pepper jack cheese baked inside of the crust. So you not only have your typical cheddar cheese, but you're also going to be having the cheese inside of the crust right there. Something that I think is kind of revolutionary for them. But that is what you're going to get inside of the Quesalupa. Alrighty then, the new Quesalupa from Taco Bell. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First on the con side, this is a pricier burrito, a pricier meal item. It's going to be costing you $2.99 at its cheapest form. And for a company that prides itself on having a real dollar menu, that seems like a little bit too high for what you're getting here. Because essentially, the only new thing here is the shell. So you're going to be paying a lot for the name and for the shell, which is going to be a turnoff to some people. Also, that's another big con here. I feel like this is wasted potential. This is a nice leaping pad because, I'll spoil a little bit, the shell is awesome. The shell is fantastic, but what's inside is just, it's just okay. I wanted more. Give me some volcano sauce. Give me some Doritos in here. Mix it up a little bit. I feel like they tried to be crazy, they tried to be new and out there, and they just didn't embrace it enough, and they just went with your typical taco fare instead of jumping the sharks, so to speak. Also on the con side is I wasn't a fan of how soggy the bottom is. Normally I like sogginess in my burritos because that means everything is just soaking up the delicious juices. I'd like just a little bit more crunch with this. Maybe throw some Fritos in there or something. Just texture-wise, this one just does not work texture-wise as much as I would like it to. So, any more cons I have with this? No, nothing really that I can think about. Because moving on to the pros, I enjoy the new Quesalupa. It is a very solid burrito. But do I think this is one that I'm going to come back to time and time again? No, unless there is a price drop or unless they introduce some new crazy Quesalupa. Like, give me a Cool Ranch Quesalupa. I don't even know what that's going to entail, but whoa, buddy, I am ready for that. Also, I feel like it is enhanced by the sauce, and you can do that yourself. It's the Pico de Gallo. I personally like the hot sauce in here. I think Fire kind of cancels that. Fire is just a little too hot for me, but that's a different review for a different time. But I feel like sauce really enhances this burrito. So if you can get past the price, this is not a bad burrito to get, but do I think it's going to be one of those staple items that we see on the menu for years to come? No, probably not, but definitely not a bad one to check out. So that is the new Quesalupa. I really enjoy the idea and I really enjoy the shell, but it's just not as good as I would expect it to be. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, Taco Bell, yay or nay? For me personally, oh yeah, yay all day. I used to get done from the bars, and I would go out to Taco Bell, and I'd spend about $12 on myself at Taco Bell and just binge eat it. And I'd wake up with just, I used to call it the Taco Bell trash can of shame. I'd have this Broncos trash can next to my bed. It would just be filled with Taco Bell wrappers, and there'd be cheese spread all over the place. And I'd wake up and be like, oh, I'm so ashamed last night. But Taco Bell, yay or nay? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, April Fools.